There's a lot about QLaw that I find really inspirational, especially right now in this political moment. It means a lot at a time where a lot of other organizations are backing away from supporting queer and trans people, that there's an organization in Washington that is dedicated specifically to providing legal services to our community. The people in my life that are in my queer community are some of the most important people to me, and it means a lot that I know that there's this organization that is here to help them with their legal problems.
I am incredibly inspired by how QLaw is so rooted in community, and everything QLaw does, they go back to the folks most affected to be like, is this really what you want? Is this how we should move forward? And they're accountable to community, both with their advisory councils, with their board, and also with their clinic. So that is really what truly inspires me about how rooted in advocacy QLaw is in directly impacted people, queer folks, and the community there.
I've worked in nonprofits for 7 years now, and the thing that inspires me the most about QLaw's work is that it is deeply rooted in community in a way that so many nonprofits only say they are. QLaw lives that every single day. QLaw is just there for people who need them. They show up in the most persistent, beautiful ways to make sure that every single queer person in Washington feels heard, seen, represented, and fought for. It's something that I don't think a lot of organizations can accomplish. I think a lot of organizations get bogged down in bureaucracy and get bogged down in the need to do things right, and they don't execute anything at all. So QLaw's ability to pivot on such a short notice and to constantly show up for queer people no matter what in this community, that's what inspires me most.
This is an organization that is not going to back away from that fight. So I think that it's important to support organizations that are specifically created to support queer people, because those are the organizations that are going to stick with the fight even when it gets hard, and even when it's politically inconvenient, and even when it's dangerous. So for that reason, I think that it's important to stand up for organizations like QLaw that are there to advocate for queer people, because when things are going well, it might seem like everyone is on our side, but when things go bad, these are the types of organizations that we need to stand up and fight.
I choose to stand for QLaw Foundation because our Washington community would be bereft if we did not have them. QLaw brings such a unique perspective, like I said, grounded in community, that brings the perspectives of queer voices to Olympia, and that is just not a perspective that's heard often in the way that QLaw does it. We would be much poorer if we did not have QLaw involved in the work that we do. All of our rights are under attack, but the trans community in particular is being targeted by a hostile Trump administration, and we need QLaw in Washington to protect our rights and to protect the lives of this community, of our queer community, our queer neighbors, and QLaw does that. And in this particular moment, we need them around and they need funding. So open those wallets.
It is so important to stand for QLaw's work right now, because not only is QLaw's work in danger because of federal pressure, it's in danger because of societal pressure that is leaning from federal pressure. It's in danger because of budget cuts facing after COVID emergency monies were released to nonprofits. And it's in danger because there is so much pushing so many of our queer communities now. There's such a need, there's such a hunger for us to be there, to show up for people, and to be the ones who can give them the tools they need to fight their battles, that we have to come alongside QLaw right now, and we have to support them. And that can be with your money, with your time, or with your wisdom and connections. Whatever way you can find to give QLaw a boost, give them that boost. Take that time out and make sure that you're helping QLaw achieve their mission. It's just so necessary right now with everything we're facing as a community in this society.